all of the digital things around you? What's your ways to disconnect? You meditate?
I meditate. Sometimes I have to actually delete the app occasionally.
Ooh, don't say that.
Deleting it. Sometimes I would turn my notifications off.
Man, ain't gonna show this video to nobody on the feed.
I got y'all. Don't worry. I was like, I would
say delete.
But you know the good thing when you delete an app.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Michael Jamel, aka Mike G, jazz saxophonist / producer, right here from Virginia. And I want to welcome you to another episode of the Hot Tea and Incense podcast. Now that's good. Mm-hmm. And I'm here with my special guest, vocalist, operatic vocalist. Went to Norfolk State with me. A beast, social,
thanks.
Digital personality. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there.
For sure.
Social influencer, professor, Denise Battle.
Hello.
Battle. Yes,
Pleasure.
sir. Welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be
How you
here
feeling?
tonight. I'm feeling good. This tea really relaxed my muscles. Had me feeling real nice.
That's that elderberry lemon balm.
Can't go wrong.
Elderberry lemon balm. Shout out to Yogi. You know what I mean? We're working on that partnership. We're gonna get that right.
Yes, we will. We sure will.
Cool. So starting off, I want to read the tea captions.
Yes, let's do
We're
it.
gonna start off right today.
Okay.
So mine says, "A peaceful mind is a strong mind."
Come on now. That's nothing but facts. Mine has personal growth lies within the unknown. Courage permits you to explore this space. Yeah. That falls right in line with what I was going to talk about.
Both of those are fire. Like they like both of those like the perfect tea captions.
Yes.
Like if you sipping some tea. And that's the whole vibe of the Hot Tea and Incense podcast is a lot of people are stressed and depressed. And we want to find a healthy way
Come on
to
now.
relax.
Because health is wealth, right?
Yeah.
That's how you know this tea so good. We can't stop sipping.
I'm weak. Cool. So starting off, I want to just touch on how you got into opera, because it's different, for someone of color to be into that, especially at your age,
Right.
So what made you gravitate to singing opera?
It wasn't until I went overseas when I was at Norfolk State. I went to a program called the American Institute of Musical Studies, AIMS. And that was in Graz, Austria. That's where Arnold Schwarzenegger is from. That's his hometown.
In Austria? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
They actually have a shrine museum dedicated to him there. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, so it wasn't until I went there when I was still pursuing my undergraduate studies in Norfolk State, and I was surrounded by a lot of people from all over the world. I was studying German poetry, German Lied, which is German art song, and I said, I can see myself doing this. But it took a while. It took me a...
Speak German too?
Bitte. Well, no, bitte means you welcome. That wasn't right. So
that's a no there.
But yeah, I speak like little pieces here and there, but I sing it way better than I talk it.
Gotcha. Facts. So at that point, it was more like the exposure to different cultures.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Different. Because I mean, some like me, I like jazz, right? Jazz caught me, and me liking jazz kind of pushed me to different genres.
Yeah.
And so now, like, I notice a lot of the greats, they study classical. And I'm like, I don't really like. It's not my personal favorite classical.
Right.
But I can appreciate certain classical. Beethoven was a beast.
Oh, he was definitely a beast. Beethoven, Strauss, Mahler.
Is it Stravinsky?
Stravinsky too. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the opera, like going to an opera and sitting and watching it seems foreign.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably the same way with opera. Certain singers that you like?
Yeah, certain singers you're like, oh, for sure. Oh, you mean like
Or like composers?
good composers? Yeah, like I really like Puccini, Verdi, and one of the I like the romantic composers in the classical realm because it was just so much more. I feel like it was more meatier and more like just dramatic, you know, compared to like Mozart or Mozart was cute.
I see what
it's
you're
fun.
saying.
And some Baroque composers, but you go more into the romantic ones, and even sometimes like Wagner, he was very, very meaty, and I also like 21st century composers too. So yeah, like Barber.
That's what's up though,
yeah.
and I think it's dope for you to be able to recognize a variety, like of eloquence and forms of expressing yourself.
Right.
So
you got to.
Yeah, exactly. So
Any genre.
you can go from Jay-Z to Beethoven to Coltrane. It just makes you more well-rounded. So
keeps you balanced,
hats off to you for that.
Appreciate it. You also. Stravinsky was he had a lot of jazz chorus and stuff in his music.
I think it was Bird that studied him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was talking about it in his movie. So that being said, you're doing the opera thing, but not only do you do that, you have full skits that you put out
for sure
that are very funny. How did you get into doing the Instagram, Facebook, social videos?
Yeah.
And it looks like people really resonate with them. How did you get into that?
That was an outlet for me at the time. I was going through a rough time when I was still in New York. 2019, end of 2019, before the pandemic, I was unemployed. Before I got another job in January 2020, I was unemployed at the time, and I was just looking for an outlet. And I was depressed. I ain't tell my folks I was I was jobless, and this was before I went home for Christmas. So I'm like, God, you're gonna have to make a way. Because I'm not going back to visit my folks and I don't got a job. And he did. But in the interim, I was like, I just need some inspiration. So I would see people on Instagram, like Not Carlton Banks, Tony Baker, people like that.
Kirkpatrick.
Yo, they really like just put me in a good mood. So I would be, my mind would be glowing. I'm like, all right, what's something I can do? Because I always wanted to act. And so I would just reenact stuff that happened to me in my undergraduate journey with my voice teachers and my voice teacher I study with now. Just combine all of those personalities and just make light of it, just make comedy out of it. And so in a way, it was for me to expose people to opera in a sense, but also make it relatable and funny. So, and it's something different. I didn't see a lot of people doing it or anybody.
Okay. So with that, I noticed that you're able to be funny without like sacrificing your authenticity or like who you are.
Right.
Hold on. Hit this camera.
Oh, so did it better?
But yeah, like I was saying, you're able to be funny without sacrificing your authenticity or who you actually are online. We were just talking about this.
Right.
So are you really just being yourself? Is that what's going on?
I am. That's all me. Like maybe 10 times more than what sometimes I would feel comfortable with. But it's like if I can't make my own self laugh watching this, I have to make my own self laugh. If I'm not laughing at it, it's not good enough for me.
What's crazy too, I've been realizing that it's like when you're doing art, a lot of times you are speaking to yourself. So if it doesn't resonate with you, it's not going to resonate with your audience. But then at the same time, sometimes you encouraging yourself.
Right.
In the Lord.
Come on now. Sometimes you.
You going to bless them?
Encourage yourself.
Come on now.
But yeah. Because comedy is art too, I'm learning. Comedy is definitely art also.
Cool. And I know you teach as well.
I do.
How's that process for you? Like,
I love it. I've
what
actually
ages you teach?
So the youngest I teach, my youngest student right now, she's 11. And my oldest is probably in their 60s, 70s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I
Wow.
teach. I work with a church in the area, and I work with their worship team and their worship ministry, and I call it vocal polishing. I help with intonation, technique, breathing, and I just go in there and I sharpen their skills and introduce them to technique. And in a way, it's therapeutic for me as well, because what I like about teaching, you're exposing or connecting something that somebody already knows in a different way. So when you see the light bulb goes off,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Man, it's crazy because I'm over at the Music and Arts, and
that's dope.
shout out to one of my students. I ain't going to name y'all here, but like I seen, like we've been practicing. I told her 15 minutes a day. That's my thing. 15 minutes a day. Just like 15 minutes or less can save you 15% or more.
Come on now. Hey, you don't say a little plug in there.
Shout out to Geico, man. Shout out to
Come
Geico.
on now.
I used to work there. But 15 minutes a day will help you tremendously. The compound interest on that growth. Man, and so for a while we were struggling on a few scales and the growth won't clicking, but I said, do this week. Then she came back this last Monday, and I was like, wow, the difference between the previous and 1 week.
Yeah.
The tone was different. The control was different. And I told her, you practice to a metronome. The timing was better. And I was like, ooh.
Because what happens when you build up that pattern? It builds muscle memory. Muscle memory, yo.
Muscle
That's
memory.
a savior right there.
Bruh. Facts. Facts. Cool. So that being said, knowing we in a digital landscape now, you know, everything's going digital.
Yeah.
We teaching online. We shopping online. We online.
Dating online.
Matter of fact, we might be online right now. Dating online.
Good.
So how do you disconnect from all of the digital things around you? What's your ways to disconnect? You meditate?
I meditate. Sometimes I have to actually delete the app occasionally.
Ooh, don't say that.
Deleting it. Sometimes I would turn my notifications off.
Man, gonna show this video to nobody on the feed.
I got y'all. Don't worry. I was like,
I would say delete.
But you know the good thing when you delete an app and you get right back on, everything saved up there, right?
Yeah.
So you can just get back on like you never left. But
What about turning off the notifications?
turn off the notifications, yeah, for sure. But sometimes even if you have the app up there, I notice if I'm just going through my phone, like my apps, all right, what do I need to check my email? Do I need to check this? Who texts me? Whatever. I sometimes unconsciously hit Instagram or Facebook or TikTok because it's like, you know, it's a pull.
Muscle memory.
Come on now, tying it all in. Yeah. So that's why hence deleting, and sometimes like what we were talking about, just being off of it for like days, weeks, or months at a time. Get your spirit quiet and your mental quiet.
Because, I mean, screen fatigue is a thing.
It really is.
I've been realizing, like,
Yeah.
when it gets real late and I'm on my phone, because I do YouTube. YouTube is what's been getting me.
Yo.
Because YouTube is turning into a social platform, too. It's not like, because I'm on there learning. I'm up
Me
there to
too.
learn.
Yeah.
But the whole time you looking and learning, people are doing the same thing they do on IG.
Yeah.
Big, flashy things
Get
to
the
draw your
thumbnails.
attention.
Yep.
And you like, why am I watching this? Darn it.
And they'll show you the next related video.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Doggone fly got in here. Messing up the vibes. Get out of here, brother. So, yeah, so I mean, I think that's really a thing to think about, how to disconnect from that digital,
Yeah, for sure.
because you don't know the effects on what is happening. But that being said, what's next for you? What you got on the docket?
I have a few projects. I'm not going to announce them yet.
Okay.
But I have a project I'm working on in the spring. This will be a first for me. It is a dream I always had. Not an
EP?
album, but it will be a live performance, but it will be a live performance, not a recital. It will be something else. That's a hint. Yeah, some things I'm doing with business, and I'm just getting some things up off the ground. excuse me, being more intentional with saying I'm going to do something or I want to do something and actually following through with it, not putting it off. Because
execution.
Yeah, execution's everything, right? Just start it. Just get it started.
Big facts. Big facts. Well, I'm gonna definitely keep my eyes open for it.
For sure.
And let them know where they can find you at, where they can follow, see these funny videos.
All right. So if you are on Instagram, I am under Denise, Denise _ Nicole, Nicole B for Battle. So that's my whole government name. I'm on YouTube, Denise Nicole Battle. I'm getting back into the YouTube, consistency thing because I can make videos, but editing takes a long time.
Bruh.
It's a lot. I can't wait till I can hire a social media
outsource.
person. Look, that's probably gonna happen next year.
That is definitely a thing, cause
that's what I've heard.
That's what delays a lot of stuff from getting out is the editing.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you for joining me.
It's been a pleasure.
Again, Denise Battle,
Tea and Incense.
the opera extraordinaire. And we just vibing out, sipping tea, man. This is what you do.
It's grown folks.
This is another way to detach, to say the least. If you're feeling that you've had screen fatigue and you're suffering from digital overload, tune into the Hot Tea and Incense podcast.